is we sort of have to define these terms, right? We tend to throw a lot of acronyms out there. There's a lot of acronyms in general in fitness, a lot of different terms. So we'll talk about maintenance. So maintenance is the number of calories or the amount of energy required to keep your weight the same. This is also referred to as total daily energy expenditure, TDEE. You'll see that used interchangeably, but maintenance means weight is steady, what's going in is equal to what's going out. And that is composed of 4 different factors. And I'll give you these. So if you're taking notes, which I think is a good idea because it'll help you remember, I'll lay these out for you. So BMR, basal metabolic rate, that's basically your sustenance calories to keep you alive, right? In a rested state. Okay, just enough to keep you alive. This typically is 60 to 70% of your daily energy expenditure or burn. And then we've got your TEF, which stands for thermic effective feeding. So every time you eat, your body has to use calories to break the food down and then store it or oxidize, burn it. So that's a calorie absorbing process. It's typically overall in a mixed diet, 10% of total calories, but it does differ by macronutrient. And I'll talk about that a little bit. Then we have your NEAT, which is a fancy word for all your movement outside of the gym, right? So that's your, basic activities of daily living, your fidgeting, etc. It can vary greatly depending on your lifestyle. And this is really the most modifiable and often overlooked aspect of our daily burn with our clients. A lot of times trainers aren't taking into account the movement the client's doing while they're not in the gym. Okay, so it's really an aspect that we really should be helping our clients track because dieting does affect that. So let's keep going here on terms. So caloric restriction, right? Restricting calories means you're reducing your intake below your maintenance, right? To set up a deficit, a caloric or your energy deficit. So when your energy deficit, as you can see on the screen here, your output is greater than what you're consuming, then weight loss occurs, right? And that leads us to dieting versus diet. So dieting often means you're restricting calories to lose weight or body fat, whereas a diet doesn't necessarily mean that. A diet refers to the way someone eats. It can be any of these things on the screen. Then we've got LBM. Most of you are familiar with LBM, lean body mass, right? And that is all your fat, everything that's, besides fat. So we've got muscle, bone, fluid, connective tissue, etc. Right. So these are the terms that we'll be using throughout, right? Throughout the presentation here.